EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for August 16th, 2021. We have a very unsettled week coming this week, and there's several features on this map that I'm going to show you here from the European model that are key features that will be dealing with what we see and when this week. It's not a total deluge of rain coming this week for the entire week, but if you look at local forecast or your apps or anything like that, it'll look like, wow, we got rain every single day. This is crazy. Well, yes, but it's not going to be constant, okay? So we have a high pressure that's going to be moving into the Gulf of Maine today. That's feature number one, sitting right about here. Number two, if you remember the cold front that came through on Saturday, and lowered humidity during the evening. It was very nice. But that actually settled down to the south and stalled. It is now returning back northward as a warm front, and that is going to be aided by the third feature here, which is Tropical Storm Fred. It's expected to make landfall later today in the Florida Panhandle region. This is not going to be directly affecting us in the immediate term. The first thing that's going to come at us is this moisture with the warm front. Now, because this high pressure is sitting here in the Gulf of Maine, I think our eastern areas are going to remain dry today. So we have, if you look at our local forecast, it'll say 20% chance, slight chance of a shower. That's going to be for our western areas during the day. Overnight tonight, those same western areas will have a better chance to see some scattered showers move through, but I think the eastern areas might still remain dry or mostly dry overnight, okay? And that's because of that high pressure influence. Once we get to Tuesday, high pressure continues east to the Canadian Maritimes, and that does not allow, it does not create any block over our region, so we will have showers over a good portion of the region on Tuesday. So it's not going to be a deluge of rain on Tuesday, just showery type stuff, but it is going to be mainly cloudy with those showers moving through. And you can see that kind of evolve here on the European model. You really have most of the activity staying out west, and then in the overnight, you could have a few showers moving eastward. Here's Tuesday, though, and you can see the scattered showers over top of our region. Now, today is going to be more clouds than sun, and this is looking at the early this morning at 8 o'clock. You can see generally mostly cloudy skies across most of the region, but as we move this forward, you can see some breaks in here where this is partly to mostly cloudy over in these regions, our eastern and northeastern regions, closest to that high pressure, still influencing our weather. But in our western and southwestern areas, there's a lot more cloud cover. And because of that reason, we have mostly cloudy skies today, which 76 to 84 is going to be the spread, and the 76 is going to be far western and northwestern areas, okay? Your 84 is going to be near the Philadelphia metro, but you're going to have lower 80s generally on the eastern side of the state here, and also in much of New Jersey and northern Delaware. So for the west you go, where you have more clouds, temperatures held in check a little bit. You might have the shower chance come in later in the day, and then especially overnight in those areas. And you can see that here on the NAM, nothing here at all. Far western areas could get into some of those showers here in central Pennsylvania, and that will continue into part of the overnight, just a stray shower further east. But again, that high pressure is still going to be influencing things for Monday and Monday night for further areas further east, so you're probably not seeing much, if any at all, in that time frame. But when we get to Tuesday, you can see the much of the area is getting into some of these showers, especially Tuesday afternoon. So we have the showers coming through once that warm front continues off to the north. We're also going to get a tropical feed going this week, and that's going to be in advance of Tropical Storm Fred, or the remnants of Tropical Storm Fred. The remnant low will go right up the spine of the Appalachians, and out ahead of it, you're going to have these little short waves that are being pushed by like a tropical feed of moisture, basically, being pushed well ahead of Fred, okay? So you have the warm front's going to clear off to the north here on Tuesday. Then you might get a little bit of break, and then once we get into Wednesday, mainly afternoon, late in the day, and overnight, then we start getting the influence more of this tropical system. That's the short wave, and the NAM has that too. Here, as you go to Wednesday, you can see that here. You get a little bit of a break, maybe some showers Tuesday night, a little bit of a break on Wednesday, and then later in the day, you have the moisture coming in associated with Tropical Storm Fred. I think the best time frame for any storm, for any heavier rain or more consistently periods of rain, is going to be Wednesday night and Thursday with Fred as that moves through, or the remnants thereof. This is just acting to enhance rainfall a little bit. So when we get to Thursday, Wednesday night is right here, as you can see on this particular image. Let me go back to the other run here. You can see over this particular image, you have the rain that's a little more concentrated on Wednesday night, and that goes right into Thursday. So there could be some periods of rain here on Wednesday night and Thursday that could add up pretty quickly. There could be some flooding concerns. The high precipitable water content associated with a tropical feed, very high dew points. We're going to have dew points that are going to be above 70 in many cases. The good thing is, if there's a caveat to this, a silver lining, you're not talking about 95 degrees and high dew points like that. You're talking about temperatures that are generally in the lower 80s, upper 70s to lower 80s. So it's a little bit more tolerable, even though the humidity is going to be pretty high. It won't be as ridiculous as it was a few days ago. So won't be seeing much in the way of sun during that time frame either. So the remnants are going to move through here on Wednesday night and Thursday. Some areas could get 1 to 2 inches of rain out of that. Some areas may be getting more than that, depending on the exact track of that remnant low. But that is going to push out here on Thursday night, and then we will have a remnant boundary in the vicinity here on Friday that could lead to some late day isolated to scattered thunderstorms on Friday. We are going to warm up at the end of the week too, so the 76 to 84 is going to be pretty much consistent once we, through about Thursday. Then once we get to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 80s for highs across the region. So we are going to warm up a little bit once we get to the end of the period. Saturday, we still have a boundary in the vicinity that could give you an isolated thunderstorm in the afternoon or evening. But I don't think it's going to be a washout type deal. You're going to see a little bit more sun coming back into play on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday starts off partly cloudy, but then we have another cold front moving toward the region that will bring scattered showers and thunderstorms late in the day. Probably just a quick moving line moving through, and that's it. And once that does so, it sets up Monday to be a lower humidity day. So we're going to be dealing with the humidity for much of this week, okay? You're going to have several shower chances. We kind of need the rain a little bit. We're starting to fall behind. As far as a slow soaker kind of rain, that's what we're pretty much dealing with for during the day on Tuesday. We might have some heavier rain involved Wednesday night and Thursday. I don't think it's going to be one of those deals where it turns into like a 4, 5, 6 inch type deal. Okay. But an inch or two of rain during that time frame, especially in that Wednesday night through Thursday time frame, is certainly possible across parts of the region. And we'll get into more details of exactly how much to expect and for where as we progress throughout the week. The model is going to move that around a little bit, and the slightest shift in track of that remnant low will determine who gets what and how much. Okay, so just keep following along throughout the week. I'll give you that information. But right now, it looks pretty straightforward beyond that. Once we kick that out here on Thursday night, that's low pulls away. Still some remnant boundaries to give you an isolated scattered thunderstorms, but I think the next real organized feature will come here on Sunday with this cold front moving through the region. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for August 16th, 2021. Have a great Monday.